Very good. Now, so I think in terms of the questions I asked, with favorite movies, we're going to find out later that all of us with our favorite leaders, some of us like Steve Jobs, some of us like Mahatma Gandhi and things like that. And then you also find that we talk after together that leadership is scary. Yeah, it is scary. Okay, not in a spooky type of way, but scary in the sense that it challenges you. Alright, and sometimes as a leader, embarrassing things happen, especially when we face failure. And what could happen is that we've got to pick ourselves up and move on. And of course, sometimes you will reap the benefits of being a leader, and you actually feel that wow, this is where I'm meant to be, and I'm really happy where I am, and sometimes it's smooth sailing, and there's the rewards of leadership itself. Okay, so but let's first try to decipher what is leadership. Okay, let's get people just throw out some answers. What do you think is leadership? Okay, what do you think is leadership? Come on, let's hear some answers. Okay, so first thing first, leaders must have an opinion. Doesn't matter right, wrong, or that. You cannot sit on the fence, okay? So I'm sure all of you have an opinion. So let's hear some of it. Can I? Can I? Alright, so what do you all think is leadership? Sure. Never mind, I think you'll be okay.
Okay, leadership is a process. It's a process of influencing others.
Influencing others.
There is a leader. You are going to influence your teammate, maybe your downline, to achieve a common goal. Okay, all right. It's a group of people. Then a leader. So a leader will influence a group of people towards a common or achievable goal.
Okay. So that's the meaning. So three things he said, leading to achieve a common goal, second, having followers and influence. Okay, John Maxwell says leadership is influence. Okay, now anybody else? Able to teach and guide. Come on, people here. I'm a Shell graduate assessor, so means that you don't get into Shell. Ex-Shell graduate assessor means you only get into Shell management training program, the program that people line up to go into. The last stage after you go to multiple stage, you will face an assessor like me, and just a tip, if you pass the interview, you got to stop talking. Right, come on, let's talk it. I mean, you're not going to give an exam or whatever. There's no right or wrong definition in that sense. Okay, so come on. Okay, leave someone get things done. What else? Come on.
Able to take initiative.
Able to take initiative. Good, great. What else? Come on.
Bring people together.
Bring people together. Good. What else? Come on. There's something inside there, and I think it's not char kway teow. Okay, so come on. Inspire others. Leadership is inspiring others. Okay, we are not going to hear from myself only today. Okay, everyone is learning from you guys. Okay, behind that.
I would think that leadership is the person who serves.
Okay, leadership is the person to serve. There's this term called volunteerism, leadership to volunteerism. What else? Come on. Or servanthood leadership. Vision. Okay, very good. What else? Come on. What else? Sorry? Mentor? Alright. What else? Come on.
Leaders are not born.
Okay, leaders are not born. Your mate. Maybe, maybe.
Always born.
Not always born. Anything else?
Leaders are very persuasive.
Leaders are very persuasive. What else?
Integrity.
Okay, leaders have integrity, have values.
Making decisions.
Okay, leaders have to make decisions. Can't sit on the fence all the time. I'm just going to ask a few more, then we move on. Okay, Ken? What do you think What's your thought about leadership? What do you think is leadership? Okay, leadership has their own, people have their own style of leading people. Some are autocratic, some are consensus driven. Okay, very good. It's a very good answer. What did you tell us earlier? Okay, right? I'm going to call you all. Sorry. One of the things you find out later is I'm going to make you very uncomfortable because it's one of the things that you have to do as a leader. Alright? What is leadership?
Able to influence others and others will able to listen to your order.
Okay, ability to influence others. Alright, thank you. Alright, so now my question is, what made these people leaders? Okay, who's this guy? Steve Jobs is the CEO of Samsung, right? No, okay. Alright, who's this beautiful lady? Mother Teresa. Everyone knows what she is, who she is. Who's this? Okay, Oprah Winfrey. Who's this? Hitler. And who's this? You can see him now, he's there, right? Sorry, who's that? Michael Jordan. Wow. Okay. Oh, you into basketball, is it? Okay, your son learns to watch basketball. So, Steve Jobs, one of the greatest CEO of all time, transformed smartphone and tablet computing as we see. Of course, Mother Teresa, I don't need to give her any introduction. A great humanitarian. Oprah Winfrey, talk show host, producer extraordinaire, one of the most richest women in the world. Hitler, Nazi leader, led an army of Germans to push the agenda of supremacy, okay, the Aryan supremacy. Okay, and Michael Jordan obviously is dubbed as the greatest basketballer of all time. And now, if you look at it, this guy comes from technology sphere, this is from community, this is entertainment, this guy is military, and this guy is sport. But what do you think made them leaders? They are different.
Yeah.
In what way?
The value in life.
The values are different.
Passionate.
Okay, they're passionate what they do. Now let's zoom into our good friend here, Mr. Hitler. What nationality is Hitler? Okay, now if we talk about values, his values is a bit off the chart, right? In that sense, his values is a bit off. But he's an Austrian, and he led an army of German soldiers to go and wreck the rest of the world. So if you think about it, he's a very great leader. This is values now. Just imagine a Singaporean come to Malaysia and tell all of us, let's go and whack Thailand. Now, I'm not going to do that, right? Whack the fellow first, right? But this guy is a really great leader, and what happens is, for him to do something like this, there must be some sort of leadership trait in him. Do you agree or not?
Yeah.
His value system is wrong, but then there is some leadership trait in him. Okay, what else? Come on, what made them leaders? Sorry? Charisma, okay. So, partially true. Have you seen Steve Jobs presenting before on YouTube? Have you seen him presenting when he does product placement?
Yes.
Okay, how does he present?
Very humble.
Very humble. Okay, what do you mean by very humble?
Talk very slowly.
Yeah, monotonous. Okay, so if you have people like Anthony Robbins, they don't walk to fire, they'll be screaming and shouting and stuff. So, but for Steve Jobs, the way he presents is like, this is iPhone 5, iPhone 10. It is the best iPhone that we ever had. It's got all the great features in it. And so he just talks like this and like this. And he's not necessarily very charismatic, but charismatic leaders do exist. But for those of us who are most introverted, a lot of company CEOs even like Jack Welch, CEO of GE, who's also voted the CEO of the century. If you do not know who he is, please go and Google him up. Jack Welch, former CEO of GE. So he's an introverted person. Okay, so a lot of CEOs are introverted. Okay, so doesn't need to be charismatic, jumping around the stage, talk a lot and all these other things to become a CEO or a leader. Alright. Okay, let's have one last one before we move on. Now, I'm spending quite a fair bit of time on this because it will set the base of what we will discuss today, okay? Ken, what made them leaders? Anyone behind? Results. Okay, results and vision, okay? So each and every one of them have produced some sort of results. Alright? So that means tangible. So people will follow results. Think about it. You don't produce results, people want to follow you. No, right? Right. So I mean, if the company doesn't make money, you won't see people lining up to join the company, right? So there needs to be some sort of result. Okay, so let's delve a bit deeper because they may be very big people and personnel, but at the end of the day, they are also human beings just like you and me. So what makes them so special? Okay, so are they the smartest or the intelligent? Are they the smartest or do they have the most intelligence? What do you think? Okay, do they have the most intelligence or are they the smartest? Okay, so you will find that some CEOs come from Ivy League, you know, Harvard, things like that. You also know like Sir Richard Branson. Sir Richard Branson, everyone know? He's dyslexic, yeah. You know that Jamie Oliver, the naked chef who fully clothed, yeah. He's also dyslexic. So you find that not necessarily you need to be at the top of the game now. But I want to talk about this company. Anyone heard of this company before? It's called Enron. Anyone heard of this company before? Enron? Okay, anyone can explain to me what Enron does and what was the big issue about this company? Who wants to volunteer? Okay, now one unique thing about Enron is they only hire Ivy League people. That means they only hire the top of the top, the best of the best. And these guys are like, you know, the cream of the crop. And what happens is, why this company is so famous, because this company doesn't exist anymore, before the whole big bubble at US, you know, US had a housing market bubble that burst, and this Branson, Lehman Brothers, and all these type of companies which we never heard before, suddenly, you know, crashed. But before that, the biggest scandal ever was this company called Enron. Eventually, they were found to be cheating investors, manipulating numbers, and a lot of very bad investment decisions. Not because that they didn't want to, they didn't know how to invest. It's because they went greedy and things like that. And so, so this company actually cost a lot of investors a lot of money. And like I said, the unique thing about these guys is they only hire Ivy League people. So doesn't necessarily mean if the person is smarter or intelligent, the person is matched to become CEO. Now for the students, typically in a lot of companies, and we deal with a lot of companies who are clients currently, typically we tend not to hire, the pattern is that we don't usually hire those with grade A. We find that, okay, yes, we would love to hire people with grade A, but we find that they bury themselves too deep into books, and what happens is they neglect the rest of the part. So when I interviewed at Imperial College, so Imperial College, of course, is the Ivy League, and these guys are electrical engineering students, 4 flat, you know, 4 flat on Imperial College, electrical engineering. I look at his resume, my mouth also water here, I mean, I need to go for interview just like. But I mean, when he came for interview within 5 minutes, I realized we couldn't accept him into Shell already. Now, why will be some of the things that we'll be talking about. So you do not necessarily need to be the smartest or intelligent. You don't need to score straight A's. Now some of you are parents. I don't know if you got any kids now, UPSL results just came out, right? Fair enough. You know, it's okay. You don't have to score straight A's. Okay, really, you don't have to score straight A's. Let me give you a tip. Let me give you a secret. SPS, when I did after SCPS, I had 5 subjects. I think now SCPM is quite simple. Last time, not so long ago, back in my days, SCPM was very, very difficult. When I did SCPM, I got 5 subjects. See, I've been open here in the book. When I ask you question next time, you'll be more open. Can I? So because we're sharing about personal leadership, now if my SCPM I got 5 subjects, I passed 3 subjects, failed 1 subject, and had a partial pass for 1 subject. That means the last subject of 2 papers, fail 1 paper, pass another paper. And guess what? I'm in Shell. So I'm saying this not because, I want to tell you how good I am, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be the smartest or the intelligent. With the most intelligence, okay? Now, secondly, so I think we kind of found out that, it's good to be smart and intelligent. Please don't go out from this place. Everyone say no need to study. Don't go, just go out. No. Study hard. Okay? Please study hard. Now, okay, do you need to have advanced physical ability? That means especially if you want to be a leader in sports or things like that. Some say that you must look good, you must be sharp, you must dress the part, you must do all these things, and apart from health, you take care, you project that image. Do you need to have the best physical activity? You need to talk this, and you don't know, and I was born to this family, everyone short one. So you will never succeed in life, that's why. Look at my face and I look at it every morning, I get depressed, the mirror is cracking, my father's face like that, my mother's face like that, that's why my face like that. It's called the face of failure, right? You cannot become a leader. So, best physical ability. Does leader need to have the best physical ability or not? I'll give you a professor answer. It depends. But very little, very little. Very little. For example, Diego Maradona, footballer and all, he can outlast most of the footballers currently, but not in his current state, like very fat and ugly now. Okay, but what happens is, he's very short, but he's one of the greatest footballers. He can use his hands and feet and whatever else to play football. Alright, so who knows who's this guy? This guy is Lance Armstrong, right? Anyone knows who Lance Armstrong is? Anyone knows? Everyone knows him? Okay, he's considered the greatest cyclist of all time. Why?
He cheated.
He cheated, How long did he cheat?
For many years, like in 3 championships he won, but he cheated.
How many years did he cheat? Anyone want to make a guess? So in cycling, in this sport, they do the anti-doping test is very rigorous, right? Okay. So if you had to give him any credit, the credit of him being very genius of how to avoid the test somehow, or even give the test and take the result, no matter how. But how many years do you think he cheated?
6 years?
6 years? 7 years? Okay, he evaded. There are different accounts to what it is because he evaded, so nobody knew when he started, nobody knew when he ended. But in a sense, he evaded the doping agency for cycling sport between 9 to 12 years. Yeah, imagine that, and they have tests almost every other quarter when they're cycling or when they're not cycling. Now, but this guy is made what we call be the fall guy because in the whole sport everyone is doping. No one is not doping. Everyone is taking drugs, performance enhancement drugs. But it's very sad because what happens is considered the greatest cyclist of all time, but been stripped of all his Tour de France, which is like the most prestigious award for cycling ever, stripped of all his 7 Tour de France titles, and stripped of all sponsorship. Now all the sponsors are suing him in court. His Olympic medals have been taken back, and everyone's suing him in court, and he's going to go bankrupt very soon. Before this, it was a few $100 million in his pocket, but because of doping and stuff like that. So, but he is, one of the best physical athletes there ever was, but yet, somehow he crashed and burned out in that sense. Okay, so now what about leaders? Do they need to be more charismatic? So, not necessarily. Yes, to a certain extent, but not necessarily. So, for all those introverts, it's okay. If you see Salman Gandhi talk before, he walks his talk more than anything, so that's where people follow. Okay, so you don't need to be a person who can jump around the stage and give inspirational quotes and plant your feet and everyone. Don't believe what Hollywood tells you, This is the warrior steps up on a stone, take his sword out. Today we shall be what? Tomorrow we will remember. Go on, That is for you Hollywood, so that you spend $12 on the movie. Okay? Now, so do leaders come from the best company? to leaders from the best company. Andrew, if I manage to get into Google, I will become a leader. If I go inside to Tan Hock Seng Sdn Bhd, no, I cannot be a leader. No, Andrew, if I get into Maxis, I will be a leader. If I'm working for Maxis, I'm a leader. If I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a leader. If I'm working for Alibaba Sdn Bhd, okay, not the China one, okay, Alibaba Sdn Bhd, I'm a failure. I'm not a leader. True or not? Okay, so let me bring to your attention this company called BP British Petroleum. They are well known for what? What they are well known for? No, they are not. I mean, I know that their industry is oil and gas, but what they are well known for?
Pollution.
Well known for pollution. Very okay, awesome. Okay, they are well known for the Transocean Rig explosion a few years back and creating the worst oil spill disaster, killing off the whole tourism industry, depleting the livelihoods of all fishermen and people who are in the maritime industry, also killing off millions and millions of birds, land creatures, and also fishes and whatever creatures, and killing corals. So this is the legacy which we had, and incidentally, any of you found out what caused the explosion? Any of you know what caused the explosion? Anybody want to guess? What caused the explosion? Was it a technical issue? Any engineers here? Any engineers in the oil and gas industry? None, huh? Okay, what caused the explosion? Sorry? Somebody was smoking. Okay, no. What caused the explosion?
Is it a Rapsi?
Rafi, no, it was built to withstand Rafi. Okay, so in a long story, make short, a lot of people say, oh, the engineer, the equipment malfunction. No, okay, here's the story, it's very simple. This rig, like a lot of BP rigs, was behind project schedule, and every day they were losing 2 to 3 million USD. Okay, so what happens is this is what we call an exploratory rig. So what they do is they drill holes into the ground, try to find oil. So if they find oil, what happens is they will cap it, then they move, then a bigger rig will come, and then they will start to extract and process the oil. So this is called an exploratory rig. Now, a typical rig, what happens, the typical process, you go to the first place, drill, and you find oil, you do what we call a cap. So you cap the thing so that next time when the main rig comes, then you open. So now a typical cap requires 48 hours to dry. It's a special type of cement to cap it. And what happens is that because of they were behind project schedule, they were under pressure, the order came on the top. Let's move on. Barely 24 hours, say, let's move on. But the engineers and down there say, no, cannot, we cannot do this, because the safety is of a concern and stuff like that. And lo and behold, by somehow whatever happened, what happened is that they said, no, let's just move on. And just because of that decision, what happened is that it ruptured and caused all this whole big pollution, and they're paying billions and billions of dollars in damages. But you must understand that it's actually not a technical problem. It's not a technical decision. It was a leadership decision that caused this problem. So it doesn't matter, even if you're a big company, if your values are not right, so what's going to happen is that sometimes these things will actually affect you. Okay? Now, so, is there a formula to leadership? Is there a formula to leadership? What do you all think? Yes and no, huh? Okay, yes in what sense, no in what sense? Is there a formula to leadership? How many of you say yes? How many of you say no? Okay, I've got like maybe 0.2% that say yes, and 0.3% that say no, so that forms 0.5%. The rest is the 99.5%. What do you think? No idea. Sorry, no idea. Sitting on the fence. Okay, tell you what, you either say yes or no. You could make up your mind, alright, for this question. Okay, Ken, how can you say yes as a formula to leadership? Come on, alright, okay. Easy. Anyone put up hand? Okay, here I put up. That's what I think, alright? Okay, how can we say no? We still have 50% of the people in the crowd who are, no matter what I say, what I ask, they're not going to put up an hand, right? Okay, never mind, I saw your faces already, so I'll come ask you questions after, okay? Good, Alright, now, we will answer the question along the way, okay? Alright, now, okay, your card here, everyone still have your card? Okay, now, pack up your things, don't leave it about, we're going to move, alright? So, what I want you to do is, I want you to group into people with the same suit. Okay, you know those patterns, it's called suit. Okay, S-U-I-T-S, you know, diamond or suit. So I want you to find, no matter how, whatever it is, I want you to find your people, that means all the diamonds will be one side, all the clouds, all the clovers, all the things will be one side, okay? I give you 5 minutes to do this and find a thing together. Okay, go!
The heart will be here. The diamond, please come to the front.
Can we get it done by today, please? Yeah? Before lunchtime, actually.
Diamond. Diamond.
Okay, I will better mix now, You got 2 minutes, quickly. No more space, is it? So what do you do? Stand there. What do you do? Okay. Okay, doesn't matter now. It's alright. Just find a seat. I'll tell for those who did manage to find a seat in the group. It's okay. Alright. And yes, it's zero on purpose. This becomes the baseline. You need to be uncomfortable. Alright, so just now when you were doing the simple exercise, some you like, I see your face. You know, why are you doing this? Simple guy, doesn't matter. You know, if I take an audit, I'm pretty sure some of you are not sitting with your groups. Apart from those who could not find a seat. Okay, because you didn't want to move, because you're comfortable where you are. Like, at the front seat, you know, at the back seat, I don't come up the front. What's the point, you know? Why are we doing this stupid activity, you know? But you will find that if you want to be a leader, it is going to be uncomfortable. It is going to be uncomfortable. Why? Why? There's change. Why? Because leadership needs to be intentional. You must want to intentionally work towards leadership, and because of that, it causes a lot of uncomfortableness. Uncomfortableness, that's such a word. Okay, no, I don't think so there is, alright? Sorry, okay, I did not feel English so that didn't have English in my CPM, okay? Alright, doesn't matter. Now, you don't go to sleep, listen to the audio tape from some leader, and when you wake up, or listen to some podcast, and when you wake up, you are a leader. Okay, you don't sort of develop as a leader, okay? Because I'm a leader. Now, for the very same fact, in the sense that what happens is that it needs to be intentional. Now, because as leadership, it is learned by what? Leadership is learned by experience. Are you learning now? We'll answer that question later. Whether you are still learning now. Okay? So, first thing first, you need to get out of your, what we call, very commonly used, you need to come out of your comfort zone. So, wherever you're comfortable with. That means, if you are used to doing things this way, you need to do things a bit more differently. Okay? You need to get out a bit more of your comfort zone. And I didn't show the chart here, but one of the things that happened when I was in Shell, and because we are talking about personal leadership, I will share a bit more of my personal stories. Is that okay? Can I ask you? I'm not here to tell you, I got nothing to tell you, no product or whatever, okay? But typically when I started in Shell, I started on customer service with Shell. Then within the space of 7 years, I moved on to Takanapo. I went into procurement and supply chain. After that, I became a lead finance analyst, and then after that, I became the brand manager for Malaysia. So all of these are multiple departments. First one is customer service, second one was supply chain and procurement, third one was finance department, fourth one was marketing department. Now I lead a team of people working with universities and operations. So now the HR function for me. So typically I get promoted 1.5 years in Shell. A typical promotion cycle for Shell staff is 3 to 4 years. How did I do it? It's very simple. I got myself uncomfortable. So what happened was that while I was doing my work, my normal operational work, I was running projects on top of that. Not projects within my department, but projects outside of my department, all my other departments. So what happened was I talked to my manager and I said, hey, boss, I know my capacity this much. My first goal or second goal was, doesn't require that much of my capacity. So I said, I got this much time, and I told my boss, I will keep my performance, but do you allow me to do small projects with other departments? So we think about it, and that time the boss was a Malay lady, so she was very kind and nice enough. She said, okay, sure, go back. And what happened was, so I looked around for projects to work on now. Did I go back at 5 o'clock when all the other Shell staff go back? No, unfortunately. So what time do I go back? Typically 8 or 9, a lot of times 2, 3 a.m. So much so that the security guard know me. Because by the time 12 o'clock they will close the main shutter gate of the car park. So I will at 3 a.m. every morning, then I will go and say, hey, hello, buka the shutter then they open the shutter. But what I'm saying is that if you want to be a leader, you got to put in the effort, and you got to be uncomfortable. So I did not have to do my pay or my KPI in my work did not require me to do all these other projects. But I knew that if I wanted to learn, I want to move fast, I needed to understand. So if you are working, or if you find yourself stuck, in your workplace, you find that, or students, you want to accelerate yourself in workplace, you have to put in the hours, and you got to be uncomfortable. Okay? And one of the ways, because I wasn't sure whether I like finance, whether I like HR, whatever, so I was still in my customer service role, I was always doing all these projects. Then I found out, oh wow, actually I don't like finance, or I don't like this, or whatever. Then, then it helps you to make decisions, because once you go into a new role, you're stuck there for another 3 to 4 years. So, then the only way to change is to leave the company. But you got to be smart a bit on how you manage your time. So the first one, we have set the baseline is you need to be accountable. There's this quote by Jean-Claude Van Damme, alright? Right now it's very popular, you know why? Currently this past few days it's very popular. Anyone know why? Here, this Volvo advertisement, right? You go to YouTube and look, Jean-Claude Van Damme is, okay, you might not know who he is. He's a martial artist and actor before your time, okay, students. Alright, go and look at the Volvo ad, but here this quote, which he says, I like challenges. If I find that there are no challenges in life, it's probably time to die. That's what he said, okay? Alright, so you need to be uncomfortable. Okay. Sorry? Am I a finance-based person? No, I hate finance. Yeah, how come the shell allow me to be finance department? I led, in my finance role, I led multiple teams. I led a team in North America, a team in Latin America, a team in Australia, a team in small team in Singapore, a team in Manila, a team in Holland, and a team in what's the other one? Never mind, doesn't matter. Okay, so but essentially, if you really put your heart into it, you can actually do things. Alright, and what happened was, I hated finance, but I realized if you want to go higher, okay, all of you aspiring entrepreneurs or CEOs, the language and the blood of a company is finance. Doesn't matter, I'm a computer science graduate, doesn't matter if you do not understand profit and loss, you don't understand balance sheets, you don't understand, trust me, you have to learn it. If you want to go higher, else you're going to find you're going to get stuck at a certain level. Okay? Alright, so one of the best ways to do it when you are studying is take up projects, join a club, become a finance fellow, even though you are doing biotech or whatever it is. And the best way is, if you do not know, it doesn't matter because you are in a safe environment. Okay? So you may work with 2,000 ringgit a year for your club. Doesn't matter, but you don't know P&L, all these kind of things. You know what you do is ask your friends, classmates who are doing finance, ask them to teach you. And so because what's going to happen, once you go in to work and once you start moving up your career ladder, you have no time, and what happens is that you get stuck up to a certain level because you do not have a grasp of finance. I'm not saying you must be able to write all the ledger books and everything. You must be able to interpret data that will be given to you as auditors and things like that. Because if the auditor cheats you money, you don't know also who goes to jail, you will go to jail at the end, alright? Okay? So, yeah. I hated finance, but I realized that I needed to understand finance, so I got a bit of skill, and then I went to a full financial role, leading a number of teams. It was 2 of the worst years of my life, but looking back, it's good, it's good. Okay, I got a lot more hands during those times. Okay, all right. Any questions so far? Now, what we will see today is very basic. Because we have already said you don't need to be a superstar to become a leader. I hope that we already know by now every one of you can qualify to become a leader. Okay, look at me, I failed my MTPM. I mean, one of my regrets is I was too scared to even go back to my school to take my MTPM slip. I don't even get a cert because I partial failed my MTPM.